Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's learn with AR. Since it's afternoon here, if you are watching this video at afternoon time, so good afternoon to you as well. Otherwise, good morning, good evening, whatever time you are watching this video. Today's topic is related to linguistics. It means language variation in social linguistics and linguistics. What is the concept of language variation in social linguistics as well as linguistics? So let's understand it with the help of examples. Let's get started. Language variation. What does language variation mean? Language variation actually it refers to the phenomenon where language changes based on various factors. It means language gets changed, but in various factors. Like what are those factors such as geographical region, social class, it means you belong from higher class, lower class, middle class, that elite class. Age, what's your age? It means at what age our language varies. Ethnicity, gender, like if you are male, what kind of language you use. If you are female, what kind of language you use. And context of communication, if you are with friends, what kind of language you use. If you talk with teacher, or if you talk with an educated guy, how you communicate with him or her. So these all depends. It means we change our language. There are two main types of language variation: social linguistic variation and linguistic variation. Now the first one we are having, that is social linguistic variation. Social linguistic variation studies how language varies across different social groups. It means it's all about society. It's all about social groups. The word social, it means like society. Here are some examples. The first example we are having, that is dialects. So it's all about society. Okay, don't confuse it. Different regions may have distinct dialects. There are different regions, they may have different dialects. Of course, they have, such as American English, British English, Australian English, etc. Within these broad categories, there are further regional and local dialects. It doesn't mean that the person who is from America, who belongs to America, he or she has one dialect. No, in America there are different dialects. In Pakistan there are different dialects. In Canada there are different dialects of English, like Southern American English or Cockney. Social class, second example we are having, that is social class. Language may vary based on social class. For instance, certain vocabulary pronunciation may be associated with higher or lower socio-economic status. You may have heard this, that sometimes people say the word which you are using, that means you are from lower class, but the word which any other person use who is educated, who is from elite class, so it means that word belongs to elite class or higher class. Ethnicity. Language can reflect ethnic identity with certain language features more common among specific ethnic groups. For example, African American vernacular English in the United States. Gender. There may be differences in language use between genders. This can include vocabulary choices, speech patterns, and intonation. It's all about male and female, like how they use the language. For example, if you are a female, so what kind of vocabulary you will use? Like there will be a soft or hard words you will use, or hard sentences or soft sentences you will use. The same if you go through the male or man or boy, what kind of language he will use, what kind of words he will choose, what kind of speech patterns he will choose, what kind of intonations. Age. Language may change over time. In different ages, groups may use language again. For example, younger generations may adopt new slang terms or linguistic innovations. Now, that was all about social linguistic variation. Now we are having, that is linguistic variation. Linguistic variation, it means it focuses on differences within a language system itself. Examples include, the first example we are having, that is phonological variation. It's all about phonology, sounds. Okay, differences in pronunciation, such as accents and dialectal pronunciation of certain sounds. For example, the pronunciation of the R sound in different English dialects. Phonology or phonological variation, it's all about sounds, it's all about pronunciation. Morphological variation, differences in word formation and structure. For instance, the plural forms of words like mouse, it means mice, or word child, it means children, vary across dialects. Then we have syntactic variation. Differences in sentence structure and word order. Some dialects may use different word order syntactic constructions compared to standard forms of the language. Then we have lexical variation. Differences in vocabulary. Lexical means words, okay? So it means vocabulary. This can include regionalisms, slang, jargon, and borrowing from other languages. It means the word which you borrow from the other language. Sometimes you borrow the Italian, you may find Italian words in English, means that those words are borrowed from Italian language. The same, sometimes you may see or you may have heard the English words in Italian language. So it means that's like one kind of exchange. Exchange means like borrow the words from different languages. Examples of linguistic variations include the use of pop versus soda to refer to a carbonated beverage in different regions of the United States, or the variation in plural forms like fish versus fishes. Even the fish plural itself is fish, okay, depending on the context and dialect. Overall, language variation is a rich and complex field of study that helps us understand how language evolves and how it reflects societal cultural identity. So this was all about today's. I hope this video has sparked your interest. If this video has sparked your interest, I suggest you to like, share, comment, and do subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.